Hi, I'm Cayleigh from Cayleigh's Cards, and today I'm going to show you how to make this card. I showed you earlier in the week how to do the 3-step stamping, and a few of you did ask if I could show you how to make this card. This is one of my favourite type of cards to make, in that it looks really wow, but it's actually ridiculously simple. I will put the measurements on my blog afterwards, so you don't need to frantically write everything down. I'm going to start with the card base. So for this you need an 8x8 piece of cardstock. I've gone for black because I'm going to replicate the same card, so I really like the monochromatic look. So I'm going to line up at 8, cut, line up at 8 and cut again. And then I'm going to score at 4 inches on both sides. So I've now basically got a big cross through the middle of my cardstock. And I forgot to put my phone on silent, sorry. And then what I'm going to do is just turn it. And what I want is for this point and this point to line up, because I'm going to do a line right down the middle. And there we go. And that's it with the trimmer. So I'm just going to go and fold all of these lines with my score tool. My bone folder, sorry. Now all I need to do is pinch it inwards, as such, and use my bone folder again to crease all of those lines. And that is my card. Now all I need to do is decorate. So for this, I did some edging in Smoky Slate. So I'm just going to, because this measures 4x4, I'm going to go and cut my card down to 3 3/4, and this will give me a nice edging. And I did the same on the inside. So again, 3 3/4, 3 3/4. And now I'm going to do the white, which is what I'll be stamping on. So this time 3.5 by 3.5. And choose those. Just going to move those bits aside. And I'm using 3 colours for this card. I'm going to go with basic grey, Smoky Slate, and also Memento. So first I'm going to stamp in basic grey. And I'm going to do the other 2 bits while I'm there. Then I'm going to take the second step and stamp in Smoky Slate. And finally I'm going to take the third step and stamp in Memento. And this dark combination I think is beautiful. The last bit of Memento really makes the flower pop. What I didn't show you on the last one is actually using the stalks. So for this, I'm going to stamp in the first step of the stalk in Smoky Slate. Just going to line that up. And then I'm going to do the second step in Memento. And for this one, I am going to put a sentiment on it. I'm going to use the one that comes in the Blossom set. I'm going to first of all stamp in Basic Grey. Just clean that off. And then I'm going to stamp in Memento ink. And I'm going to try and just get it just slightly to the side. So you can, I'm not quite sure if you can see on the camera, but so you get just that small amount of shadowing. And for the card and the inside, all I did was just one flower going along. So I'll just quickly do that. What I love about this set is you can make beautiful cards so quickly because the stamping is so simple but it is so effective. Just quickly do my stalk. And now I just need to adhere everything together. So work out which way you want your card to open. I'm going to layer all of these up using dimensionals. To the inside first. And because it's just that 1/4 of a millimetre smaller, it gives a nice border. That's just another little finishing touch. So before I stick the front down, I'm going to take some ribbon, and I'm using the Whisper White ribbon. I'm just going to roll it round. What I like to do is I like to tie before I cut so that I know I've got enough. And I do the bunny ears to make my bows. So one bunny ear, another bunny ear, wrap round and pull tight. And then play about with it. And just to finish off, I'm just going to fold the ribbon in half and do a diagonal cut. And I've stupidly done that the wrong way. That's better. Slide my ribbon off. Check that my flower is the right way up before I stick the second one down. And tie the ribbon. And what I'm going to do is wrap the ribbon around to this half there, and I'm going to adhere a dimensional to the top and to the bottom and to the top again, and then stick my grey on. And that will mean that the card is raised and my ribbon will stay down. There's really nothing to this card at all. And okay, finally the top layer. Now with this card you can step it up. You could do parts of the flower raised. You could add lots of glitter, dimensionals, you could ink up the edges. But I'm just going to keep it quite nice and simple because this is a card you can replicate in 10-15 minutes. And I like nice and simple cards. So, there it is. Just tie the bow. I'm just going to trim these down a little bit. There you go. Don't forget, this is a celebration stamp set, so to get this stamp set you need to place a qualifying order, £45 or more. And just to explain quickly, I've had a few questions. If you want to get more than one celebration item, every £45 you spend qualifies. So you say if you put in a £90 order, you would get 2 celebrations, you don't just get one. So thank you for watching and happy crafting.